happenings in the globe, especially in Nigeria. Listen to the sound. Listen to my voice. Would you listen to this melody and you would find yourself? Listen to the sound. Listen to my voice. Would you listen to this melody and you would find yourself? I hope I reach you with this. What if we stop pretending and really do practice love? Yeah, like stop putting a price to it. Why would your loved ones fall from your expectation and you label them misfits? Expecting perfection from a seed you sowed beneath an imperfect soil. You can't be dealing on perishable goods and praying to God they remain fresh forever. Shut the fuck up. With time, they are predestined to spoil. Listen to the sound. Listen to my voice. Would you listen to this melody and you will find yourself? Listen to the sound. Listen to my voice. Would you listen to this melody and you will find yourself? Miss me with the judgment. I got love embedded in nature's monument. Be covered with divine ornament. Police the police. Know thyself and always keep to your promise. Try to touch people more when you are not touching them, because that's when you touch them the most. And even in your loves, do not feel lost, and let your shadow be the only image you trust. Self-love is what brings compatibility into relationships. Set the tone, love yourself, or get ready to engage in situationships. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on where you are joining us. This is an interaction section where we come together to share our ideas, our opinion, or whatever you think about Biafra restoration. There is a link there. If you want to call in to contribute, please click on that link. I will bring you in, and if you want to call, please endeavor to call early. I don't know if my voice is audible. Can you people hear me? So before we proceed, I always like to put a disclaimer that here we do not preach hate speech, we do not preach misleading information, we do not preach violence, and a call for self-determination is not a call for war. So YouTube, take note of that. We only come here to educate, inform the members of the public about what is happening in the globe, especially in Nigeria, and also to talk about self-determination, which I know that it is never a call for war. So YouTube, please take note of this. I welcome all of you anywhere you are watching. Please, immediately you join us, share this program to any platform you belong. And also like. Your like will help this program to go far. So today we have come again to do our evangelism, and I'm not going to be talking more because we have a well calculated, I don't know if I will call him computer. After Simon Ekpa, you will see him sitting right here in front of me. Mr. Chuk Survivor, I will leave the floor for you. You are welcome. How are you doing? How is your side? Here today is very warm. I welcome you to this program.
Thank you so much, my sister. I appreciate. Thank you so much for anchoring today and allowing us to use this opportunity to reach out to Biafran people. I appreciate you. And thank you so much for your efforts and all your contributions. And I also appreciate every Biafran that is watching, anywhere they are watching from. Biafran that are watching far and wide. Wherever you are watching us from, I appreciate you and I welcome you to the program. All the Biafrans across the world, mainly the people that are watching from Biafra land, I welcome all of you. And most importantly, I thank every Biafran in Biafra land that has been able to participate on the just concluded sit at home. You have shown that truly, truly you are ready to have your freedom and you're willing to go home. It was a very good and wonderful outing, more especially on the last day, which was yesterday. That day that everybody thought that nothing is going to happen. They played the last card they had. They went up to the extent of printing posters, sharing in churches and everywhere. And yet it did not work. Saturday was a total lockdown. Monday that just passed, it was a total lockdown and everywhere was closed up. Against all their lie, all their propaganda, yet Biafran people were watching and they followed up and followed the instruction. I said, may Chukwu guide and protect every one of you as Biafrans. I welcome you once again, and I thank you for being on point. Thank you for paying attention. Thank you for not falling our hands. Thank you for not making us to get weak. And I beg you, please, as you join the platform, kindly like and share to any platform where you belong. Share there so that people can join us and get the information. The radical evangelism continues. We cannot stop. So wherever you are today and you're watching us, please, I urge you to pay attention. Share to one person, at least. Share to one platform so that people can get the information and you can equally join us on stage. Join us on stage and make a contribution, just as my sister have said. If you are joining us on stage, have it at the back of your mind that we don't come here to attack people. We don't come here to preach hate. Neither do we come here to instigate violence. No. What we do on this program is to remind Biafrans of their rights. The right to self-determination, the right to self-defense, and the right to life. These three rights are rights that you must not allow anybody to take away from you. No matter whichever part of the world you are coming from, it is a right, and international law supports it. So we come here to encourage Biafrans to let them be strong and don't be afraid of claiming that which is theirs. That is what we do on this very platform. So if you are joining us, even if you have a contrary opinion, feel free, express yourself. It's either you learn from us or we learn from you. Nobody is an island. We don't know it all. But whatever you want to contribute or whatever you want to do when you join us on stage, make sure you do it in a civil manner. Be civil. We are not going to insult you. Don't insult us. Just make your point, and that is it. Every one of us will learn. And as we are anchoring this program, I can bet you all the people you feel that you want to send your message across, they are watching this program and they are seeing what is going on. You never can tell. Your own opinion might be what will bring the solution. That is why it is important that every one of us contribute. Share the program and contribute so that we can be able to make a point and drive this program to the right direction. Thank you so much, my fellow Biafrans. And I'll allow my sister to make the full introduction, then we can start the program fully.
Thank you so much, my brother, for that wonderful speech. There is two important topic I would like us to discuss. I think I saw somebody here. Please, who is this? Donatus, you are welcome to the program if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Donatus, can you hear me? There is two important topic I would like us to handle because we are not going to waste much time. It's just an hour. The first one is we are going to talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and there has been a news circulating that his doctor, his supposed doctor, flee from Nigeria, and again, it's been long. It's been long we saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All we hear is that different people visiting him like they are visiting pilgrimage center, and they will come out. The only information they give to us is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said they should sit at home. They are not telling us the way or what they can do to bring him out. Besides, if I'm not mistaken, is it not almost a year we saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu last? So nobody will come and tell us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is this. Is it not high time the Biafran demand that we should see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? And again, there's also a trending video from the president of America. I believe you watched the video, Joe Biden, where he said that Nigeria is, how did he put it? I watched the video. He said that Nigeria is being ruled by a dead man, but Nigerians did not know. So I want you to react, or what do you think about this? Especially, I am concerned about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want him to be alive. I want him to come out and see what he have sacrificed himself. In fact, I want this Biafra to be actualized so that all the sacrifices of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not be in vain. And again, the Biafran people, it's time that we demand to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because it's been long. So, my brother, you are welcome. Donatus, can you hear me now? Are you here? Donatus, can you hear me? My brother, please continue.
Thank you, my sister. Donatus, if you mute yourself, or mute and speak so that we can know that you are with us. Unmute yourself and speak, Donatus. Let's know you are with us. We cannot hear you. We cannot hear you. Okay. So, my beloved sister, thank you so much for that introduction. You know, just as you said, the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is of utmost concern to every Biafran now as we speak. Anybody that is a genuine Biafran should be concerned about the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And today I can tell you that the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is of utmost concern to Biafra Republic Government in Exile, to our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. And that is why he is taking a very drastic measure. If you have seen the video, the last video he made before now, the very last video he made on Twitter, the video he spoke, I think he made that video, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? On that video, you will see what he said, that he has been trying as much as possible to avoid the infighting. Infighting is something we cannot, that happens in every agitation, in every struggle, in every fight of freedom. That battle of infighting is always there. But he has been trying to avoid it. But for the fact that it has now become inevitable, we cannot run away from it, that we have to activate that. We have to activate it. And I believe it has been activated, that every mole, every saboteur inside, time has come where we have to take the war to them. We have to take the war to them. Mazi Simon Ekpa made that statement because of the situation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because it is evidence that the war we are getting in the battle of releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the battle from inside. The inside oppressors, the inside moles, the attackers, they are the ones that are holding us back. And that was why Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of Biafra Government in Exile, made that comment. And when I heard it, I was happy because the people that are making sure that they hinder the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are the people inside. And that is why that war is necessary, that we have to fight it. So everybody today that is a genuine Biafran has to be concerned about the health of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because just as my sister have said, ask yourself, when was the last time you saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Ask yourself. If you answer that question sincerely with your heart, then you now begin to ask yourself, when was the last time the right information came from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? As you see before, we used to get the regular updates from Ejimako when Ejimako was still sane. But they have succeeded in blackmailing Ejimako, buying Ejimako away, and today they block Ejimako. Since Ejimako was blocked, have you asked yourself, who then have seen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu since that moment? After Ejimako released that letter, From the moment Ejimako released that letter, he was barred from seeing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And all of a sudden, we saw the Karo White lawyer resurrect again. Karo White lawyer, Ifeanyi Ejimako, Ejiofo, resurrect from nowhere and begin to issue a statement. I went to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when he was issuing that statement with a criminal, a kidnapper, who called himself Benjamin Madubugu, one of the criminals that is a kidnapper that Mazi Simon Ekpa have exposed, how he kidnapped a commissioner, how he was involved in criminality. He was making that very statement with somebody who claimed to be a member of IPOB. He claimed to be a member of IPOB, that he was arrested together with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in 2015 and was granted bail. Another criminal that is being blackmailed. And one thing that will make you to doubt them is that anybody you see who claims to be a full member of IPOB in the leadership, and you are comfortably seated in Abuja, and you are proud to say that on national TV without arrest, that is a red flag. It's a red flag. No genuine Biafran can comfortably speak openly in Southeast, let alone in Abuja. No genuine agitator will comfortably come online and say, I am a member of IPOB. I am in the leadership. And look at what I'm doing. Look at what I'm doing. No genuine IPOB member can do that and see the next day. But you see this criminal, he is in Abuja. Abuja, using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to buy favor for the case, for his own case. Using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to prepare himself. These are the people that the federal government have already used. Because that Madubugu, he has a case in the court. I think he's going to go for his case for next month. I think it's next month, right? And that man is using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to buy favor for himself. And one again, this criminal, you see, did not see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They never ever go to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They only sat in the office of the Karo White lawyer and they issued a statement. I am telling you categorically that nobody has seen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu recently. And that is why you have to be worried. You have to be concerned. What you see them is coming to say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. It is only a dead man that you come and speak his voice. You cannot speak the voice of a living. A matured human being, you cannot come and begin to make a statement on behalf of a living human being and begin to lie against a living human being. You don't do that. You don't do that. To lie against a living person who can open mouth and defend him or herself. You don't do that. You only do that for the dead. When we see the kind of things that have, the kind of people who have come in the past to tell us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, those are impossible. There are people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu do not want to set his own eyes to. Some of you have forgotten that when, what do they call him? When Oju Zokalo wanted to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, I do not want to see Oju Zokalo. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu rejected to see Oju Zokalo. But Oju Zokalo went through the back door, forced himself. He went through the back door, forced himself to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when he saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his question was, why did you run away? That's what he was asking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He was mocking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why did you run away? So there are people who Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would not like to see. Somebody like Ifeanyi Oba. Ifeanyi Oba is one person that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would not like to set his eyes on. This is somebody he has identified as a criminal. This is somebody he have warned us about. He warned the Navy, we say, beware of this person. If you are doing anything with him, it is at your own risk. This person has been blackmailing IPOB for a very long time. And how can you tell me that today Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will use him as a spokesperson? Impossible. When you see all these things raveling, you begin to wonder, where is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What is happening? Where is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? It's a very strong question that we will continue to ask. And if you really care about the Biafran struggle, if you care about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, You must have to join us in asking this question. It should be the top question on your mouth. We should make a hashtag. Where is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? We're supposed to make a hashtag to go viral. Where is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Because from everything we are seeing right, left, and center, all is not well. All is not well. And how long shall we keep silent and continue to watch? You saw our Prime Minister made a tweet and say, if something is not done, they'll wake up one day to hear a bad news. Are you waiting to hear that bad news? Is that what you're waiting for? God forbid. Every Biafran have to rise up now and be focused. We have to rise up. There are a lot of things on the table. A lot is happening. And when you begin to add 1 + 1 together, you begin to understand where they are, where what is happening is happening. You begin to understand where we are today. The enemies of Biafrans are not stopping. They are not stopping, and they are not going to stop anytime soon. They're not going to stop. When you think they have stopped, they will just bring up a new one. When you think they have stopped, they will just like the doctor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that my sister was talking about. Investigation have been conducted. Investigation was conducted. So many people who are concerned about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made a move. This doctor name was mentioned by Aloy Ejimako, was mentioned by Ozakome, was mentioned by Ifeanyi Ejiofor, that this is the personal physician of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So it's not something hidden. We all know him. When the name was mentioned, some people know that very lawyer, and they made a move to inquire from him. When was the last time he saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? And the lawyer confided in the people that met him and said, I have not seen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But they came and they told us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was taken to the hospital, to his physician. They told us he was taken to his physician, but his physician has been contacted. It is not something hidden. The name was there. The lawyers mentioned his name, and people made a move. People who knows him made a move and asked him. And he responded. And the last person that was trying to reach out with the information we are getting is that the man is no longer in the country. He has left the country. So when you begin to add 1 + 1 together, you begin to, and the man himself said it by his own mouth that whatever they are saying is a lie. It's all made up. It's all politically motivated. They are all political statements. He said he has not seen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for any medical treatment. He has not. They have stopped him from seeing his client, and he cannot be able to see his client. But they will come out and tell us that he's okay. And that is why you will know that this man called Ifeanyi Ejiofor will not die a good death. Whenever he dies, he will not resurrect. He will not reincarnate. He will not reincarnate at all. Because after our Prime Minister have raised alarm, in the next 1 hour, he went to Twitter also and he go and say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is okay. That if anything happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are the people that are supposed to know first, not our Prime Minister. How can you know first when you don't see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? When you have not gone to him? How can you know? I thank you, that we are in a generation of social media, in a generation of technology. Technology has made it possible that it is not compulsory that you must be in a place for you to know what is happening. All you need to know what is happening is to have the real tools. Have the real tools to reach out. Once you have the real tools to do it, you can be here and you will know what is happening in Nigeria. Sometimes here, the information we bring online, the videos that my sister here share my sister Linda share online, sometimes you find out that people in Nigeria do not even know about it. Some of them get information from those of us who are on social media, even though they are in Nigeria there. Things will happen and they will not know. So many things that happen in Nigeria, we get the information first before people who are on the ground there get the information. So that idiot was saying that if anything happened, they were the people who are supposed to know. That nobody is supposed to know. It's only them. That people should disregard what our Prime Minister is saying. But our Prime Minister is saying exactly what is the situation, confirmed by the personal physician of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But that wicked soul is in that contraption there, doing nothing, only claiming to be a lawyer when he is not. When you raise a concern, he begins to attack it. These are people who have sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they are making sure that he doesn't go free. And another painful thing I saw was some of you saw the interview he was granted in Arise TV yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Ifeanyi Ejiofor was granted the interview in Arise TV. So many of you must have watched the interview.
Really? You saw I didn't see the interview yesterday.
Yeah. He was granted interview in Arise TV yesterday. And some of you have seen that we used it on our joint program yesterday. We played it on our joint program and our joint program yesterday. When you listen to that very interview, you now begin to understand that Ifeanyi Ejiofor has been paid. He has been paid to destroy Biafra struggle. And he was involved in kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from day one up to today. When you listen to that interview, you will understand that every exposition that Mazi Simon Ekpa have made about this man is nothing but the truth. In that place, you see the kind of question they were asking him. They were trying to find out how far he has succeeded in the assignment that the federal government gave him to stop IPOB, to destroy ESN. A direct question. When you listen to the questions that he was asked, you will marvel. They ask him, why is it that the Biafrans are not here to dissolve? They have refused to dissolve the ESN. Why is it that the ESN has not been dissolved as promised? Who promised them? Is it not Ejiofor? And when they asked that question, his mouth began to shake. And he said he cannot say anything about that, that he's just a lawyer, that he will talk on the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That was his answer. And this same person that said he will not comment on that, as the question progresses, he began to answer questions on behalf of IPOB. In the normal sense, any question they're supposed to ask him there is, when is your client coming out? What is holding your client? What are you doing to free your client? But the question that came there, the first question was about the seat at home. And the next thing, as they use him always, they use him to attack our PM. He began to tell them that Prime Minister, someone sitting in Finland, giving order that the seat at home did not hold. That the Monday seat at home is dead and buried and cancelled. That is what he was saying. The same lie and propaganda we know. This is something we have the videos that are coming out from Biafra land. And they will tell you they are on the ground. They are on the ground because they are paid agents and they are being used to propaganda. We see videos every Monday, total, including any Nnewi. Nnewi was locked down. Nnewi, where Ifeanyi Ubah is pulling weight every day, it was locked down yesterday. Are you talking about Enugu? Enugu was on lockdown. Abia State locked down. Yesterday was a heavy lockdown, but yet, when they were interviewing that idiot, he said, Monday sit at home have been cancelled. And people did not respond to the 2 weeks sit at home. I look at him and I laugh. And they ask him, why is it that the ESN has not been dissolved? For them to throw that question to him, he is on contract. Because in a normal sense, he is just a lawyer. What has it got to do with ESN? His question should be on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the client. It is the client. You can only ask such question to somebody who is a part and parcel of IPOB. But when you see the question they're asking him, you show that he is not just a lawyer, he is now a member of IPOB, a top officer of IPOB. That is what it means. Now you begin to see people who have sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, people who are trying to destroy the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when you see that question, you now begin to add up. When our Prime Minister revealed that he was involved in the death of commanders of ESN, when you begin to put the question together, you understand what that exposition of Mazi Simon Ekpa made upon him, that he is the eye of the government in IPOB. You begin to understand it better. You will now know that this man truly is the eye of the government in IPOB. They asked that question to know, why have you not succeeded on the contract given to you to destroy the ESN? That question was asked to him. And he said, I cannot comment on it. I'm not a member of IPOB. But you are commenting on sit. Are you? Why do you have a thought about sit? Sit at home. Are you part of it? Are you a member of IPOB? If you're not in leadership, and he went here to begin to talk about Mazi, is that part of your business? Why are you not talking about your client? And when I saw that place, I say, yeah, it is now confirmed that everything that Mazi is saying about these people is true. When he was accused of taking the life of ESN commander, he did not deny it. About 2 ESN commander, they caught them, they took their life and they cut off their head. And they took the head. Commander Jaja and one other commander, about 2 of them. Up to today, their head is with Ifeanyi Ejiofor and Benjamin Madugu. An insider revealed it, gave the information out. This is how deadly this man is. And that was why one of the commander was also taken in his own house and burned alive in his own house. A commander of ESN. And in that interview, he said, I am in my room watching everything on CCTV. You are in your room watching on CCTV when a commander that you were meant to protect was being murdered in your own place, in your house, and you kept silent. Even when you knew that you have a place to secure him. Because that same room that accommodated, that place you call strong room, that accommodated, you should have accommodated that very commander. And you know that the life of the commander also is at risk. But you left him. You left him outside. And the DSS took him. And they took his life and burned him alive. And they left your own brother. This was when this man was strategizing. Every commander that is under the command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, those they know that are top commanders that will not obey anything except Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, those who took their oath directly to defend Biafra through Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ifeanyi Ejiofor took all of them out. They took all of them out. And the next thing was the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And from intel that we're getting, from information that are coming out now, from information again, there is another information that is coming out that Ifeanyi Ejiofor himself was the one who arranged the meeting that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went for in Kenya. This is another thing that is coming out. You know, all this while, they have not told us who was the person that organized that meeting. What did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go to do in Kenya? Who was the person? There must be an invitation for him. Who gave that invitation? What meeting was that he wanted to attend? Nobody is telling us up to today.
My brother, sorry for interrupting you. Up till now, I still blame Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for traveling to any African countries. Up to this moment, I still blame him with the level of his exposure and intelligence. I still blame him. I'm still wondering why and how they were able to convince him to travel to Africa. In fact, part of what he is suffering today, he made a mistake, a very grievous mistake. I don't know, maybe he think that the Africa would be like a European country, like Britico where he is. He still contributed to this. I still blame. Each time I remember how he was kidnapped, I still blame him for doing that, and I keep on wondering how were they able, because I know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is intelligent, wise. I'm still wondering, sometimes I say, do they give him juju? How were they able to lure him to that place?
Thank you, my sister. I can understand your worries and your line of argument. But in other words, we cannot equally blame him in that form. You see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, my sister, when you look at him today, you will see a man standing alone. You need to pity him. Just check about all the commanders around him, everything that's around. This is a man, only him. You can find, just imagine when you are in a country, just imagine, just as you are now, when you travel to a strange country where you realize that you are the only black person in that area. You are the only black person in that area. And all of a sudden, one day you are walking and you see one black man or one black woman. You can imagine the kind of relief you will feel to talk to the person. At least you people are two. Or when you go to an area, all of a sudden, that black man himself now become an Igbo person. You can imagine the kind of joy that will be in you. So that is what I see. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in a desert. I can tell you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knows about everything that happened to him, but there was nobody to confide in. The only thing he was willing to do, he was only willing to any person he sees that it seems like this person can be able to at least give him a relief. He will rely on that person. He is a human being. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a spirit. He's a human being. He's not a spirit. You can see that everything that surrounds himself, could he imagine, including his own wife? There was no single thing that was in support of him. With what established today, you can understand the kind of discussion he has been having with his wife when he was outside. Did you know how much time she have tried to convince him to leave the struggle? You will not know, because in families and marriage, you don't say everything that happened between you and your wife. That is how men do. A responsible person will never bring his marital affair into the public. But from what we are seeing today, can you now see the kind of pressure he's facing inside and outside? And when you see one single person that it looks like this person is kind of, can be a little bit understandable, you feel a kind of relief and you can rely on that very person. That was what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So I don't blame Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In such a desert that he found himself, he was only looking for a place to lay his head. And when he saw that very thing, he was thinking that he was talking to his fellow human being. After all, he's fighting for them. Even though it was also the will of God. It was the will of Chukwu Kabiam. And when the will of Chukwu Kabiam happens, you can't do anything. Just like Christ. When Christ saw the cup, he cried and said, if it is possible, let the cup get away from his side. But it cannot be taken away, because that is why he's born. That is why Christ came. That cup cannot be taken away. If that cup is taken away, Christ, his mission of coming will be in vain. The faith of Christianity today will be in vain. Even when Christ saw it that the death is coming, he saw it, he knew it is a painful process. He prayed. We are talking about somebody here who is God. He prayed and he was asking for that thing to pass away, even when he knows that this is his mission. But he can't change it. That was the situation Mazi Nnamdi Kanu found himself. He saw it clearly. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw everything coming. He saw it from the moment he met Mazi Simon Ekpa and he pronounced Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Simon Ekpa as the new dimension. That was a handover revelation. People didn't know. When you hear new dimension, when something new comes, the old one becomes a past tense. When you say something is new, you cannot buy a new shirt now. A new shirt, you buy something new, and then you now put the old one in front of the new. It's not possible. You get a new to replace the old one. So when you hear Mazi Nnamdi Kanu announce the new dimension, he went ahead to say, go and listen to him, follow him. It was a transfer of authority. And he has seen what is coming. Normally, in the actual sense, an ordinary person, when you hear that somebody, the way black people behave, when they hear that a superior force is coming, even when they know that this person is better than them, they will become jealous. They won't even announce it. Some people, even when they see that thing in the dream, they will say, no, I will not. If I say maybe people follow him now, before you know, everybody now forget me and follow him. But he knows his own assignment. He is focused on his own assignment. He made that transfer. So in that sense also, when we look at the spiritual aspect of his, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was very much aware. Even when he knows he's in the desert, that was why he made that cry. He was crying. He was crying. He spoke. He told us everything, that I'm alone. I'm alone. I need 100 men, only 100 men to stand with me. There was nobody, no single person. So he was looking a place to relax until that thing came. And he went. And what happened. And today you see that anointing that he transferred to Mazi Simon Ekpa is now taking effect. And they can't handle it. That anointing is taking effect. And I can tell you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wherever he is, if he's getting information on what is happening, he feels fulfilled. It's like somebody who I have completed my assignment. Whenever he hears, Mazi Simon Ekpa didn't agree, the zoo is complaining about Mazi Simon Ekpa, this man is stubborn. Whenever he hears that complaint, it will give him energy. Yes, I did my job. This man truly was the new dimension. That is why today they have succeeded in caging him to remove that information that gives him strength. Can you imagine how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will feel if they go and tell him that nobody is talking about Biafra anymore? People say they're not interested.
And trust me, this is the kind of thing they will be telling him. Trust me. Exactly. Only that thing alone can kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
after all he has suffered, lost his two parents, lost his career, and all of a sudden we desert him. And remember what he told us. He will say, I will not. That was something he said before, that I will not deny you. It is you people that will deny me. He said it before. And now they are trying to create that scenario to let him know that Biafran people have deserted him. The same thing they did to Wazirike that made Wazirike to surrender. That is what they are pushing on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And somebody like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he will rather die than to live and watch his followers turn around 190 degrees. He will not, he can't stand it. They have tried to persuade him. The persuasion cannot work. They try to convince him. Conviction cannot work. Now they are trying to push him through a mental torture. Initially, Aloy Ejimako was the eye of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, telling him exactly what Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing. He was giving him the story of what Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing. And now, after they have used Ejiofor to create a vacuum, to cause a problem, and to make him ashamed of himself, because already they have blackmailed him, he is now ashamed of himself. He cannot even have the confidence now to come and tell Biafrans and say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. Because the moment you sell out, you are gone. You are gone. That is how Biafra things works. Any day you mess up, you are gone and gone for good. Look at that Ifeanyi Ejimako, Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Ifeanyi Ejiofor before is a celebrity lawyer. Anytime he comes out, everybody will shout, oh, our lawyer, our lawyer. But today, his glory is dead, complete. His glory have died. The same glory was transferred to Aloy Ejimako, and look at what Aloy Ejimako did to himself. Aloy Ejimako destroyed that glory. And today, Aloy Ejimako cannot come out boldly and talk to Biafrans alone. And they succeeded in caging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, I can bet you that is my worries. The information, I ask myself sometimes, I say, what are they feeding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there as information? What are they telling him? What are they telling him? What are they telling him that we are doing? They will go and tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that we say he has caused the death of many Biafrans, that we are tired of sitting at home. We are no longer interested in this, and he's not the only person. And they will come back and tell us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said he's not, we shouldn't fight for him. He didn't send us. Why are we fighting? He didn't send us. And they will tell him, and they say that you are the cause of everything. You are the one that made people die. You are the one, everything is because of you. You now desert them and you are there. And they will come back and tell us, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, I don't want you to say anything that you have. Go on, my sister.
And my brother, this something you said reminded me of something. You see that woman, Nelly Ofebu. That woman, at the beginning, she was making a very good point. In fact, that woman looked like she was in a place where they kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Remember at the initial time, when they canceled the sit at home the first time, this woman spoke, and I listened to her. She said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never stop anything that is working. So there's no how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can say stop, sit at home. Nelly Ofebu said it that time when she was still, when she was still with her senses, or when she was trying to confuse Simon Ekpa. She said that Mazi, if anybody said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cancel sit at home, that is a lie. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never stop anything that is working. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have gone far in this Biafra struggle. For the fact that he lost his parents in this struggle, there is nothing you can do to him to, to convince him or to make him show his conscience. This is exactly what they were doing to Wazirike. And today, people are blaming Wazirike. People, look at, a lot of people, when you put video, they don't listen. If you listen to one of Wazirike's video, he said that DSS is not a place you can spend a night. It's just like a hellfire. And he recounted how he was treated, how they abandoned him. That led to him collecting his own money. So ever since I listened to that, I stopped blaming him. Some people will say, if you want to do something, you sacrifice. It's not easy the way you think it is. So it's just that the grace of God is upon Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If not, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would have been a dead man by now. Because all the people working with him, some are looking for famous, some are looking for money, some are looking for appointments. It was only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that was serious, pursuing what he is pursuing. If you want to argue with me, go and listen to all those people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asked us. Sometimes when I listen to them, I will say, why did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu even tell us to go and listen to these people? Go to their platform now. Go. They are doing saga. Use some, even throw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the gutter. When he comes out tomorrow now, you will see them coming back. They will tell you they have repented because they want to use the name to make money. It is only Simon Ekpa that is the person that is standing firm. Even the Radio Biafra that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu established in order to disseminate information, go and listen to the Radio Biafra. The other day, I listened to Radio Biafra for over 1 hour. I never knew that a VIX Nation, I don't know why that guy is not broadcasting. For 1 hour, what are they saying? They are discussing about Simon Ekpa. I was asking myself, this Radio Biafra, did they create it to discuss about Simon Ekpa? Is this Radio Biafra a place you gossip? Is it not a place you come to give people hope, give them information, tell them the next move? Why is it now Simon Ekpa? They think they are doing him, but they even help to lift Simon Ekpa up. Assuming they are not discussing about him, you and I wouldn't have known him. They said, okay, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, sometimes when people talk or when they write, I don't know if they listen. They said, you people are disobeying, for example, Simon Ekpa, they said he claimed to be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's disciple, but he disobeying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's rule. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, you people came, you publicized, you announced on Radio Biafra that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ordered you to give this young man a slot to be broadcasting. Barely 2 days after the announcement, you came back and you refused to give him. Yet you said you are claiming that you are obeying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That was his first raw information. His first raw demand after he was kidnapped. Give this man, because he know that this person, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw any other person that could manage that Radio Biafra, he wouldn't have mentioned Simon Ekpa. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw Simon Ekpa as a bad person, I am speaking from experience. So people will come and say, now, you are supporting Simon. I am saying the truth. It's only truth that can keep us alive. If there is any other person, you claim you have worked with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu 100 years, 20 years, but he did not call you when he was kidnapped. For him to mention that Simon Ekpa should be given a slot simply means that he saw somebody, he saw a human being, he saw a lion, he saw somebody that can manage that Radio Biafra in Simon Ekpa. But you people denied him access of that. And you are claiming that you are obeying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That one apart. Now, since you refuse to give him access to broadcast in the Radio Biafra, that might not be a problem. Why didn't you carry us along? Okay, you don't want him to broadcast. Then carry us along. Tell us what is happening. No. All they turn Radio Biafra into is gossip, attacking people. If you don't support them, if you don't believe in them, you become Sabo. So now tell me who is right and who is wrong. It was Simon Ekpa that kept the name of... The only thing that makes you to like Simon Ekpa and will never hate him is because he is the one that kept Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name alive. My dear people, you are watching me today. I am speaking honest truth. If not Simon Ekpa, you will not hear about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What he will not be a history. You hear there is a man, a strong man that was struggling for this thing. They went to Kenya to kidnap him. He's still there. They will just forget about him. They will not be in Radio Biafra. Every day they will be telling you story. They will tell you Biafra will come. Biafra will come. This generation will die and go. They will just be making money. You'll be contributing, sponsoring. You will not see your money. For the fact that Simon Ekpa kept Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name alive, it is a very great job. It is not easy. It is not easy. So, and the people, the Southeast people or whatever that claims, they don't know the causes of insecurity in the Southeast. When they say it, I take their brain to be like a chicken. The chicken is even better. At least you can eat chicken. You don't know the cause of insecurity. You went to Kenya, you kidnapped somebody's son. You had him. the people said because of this we are going to be sitting at home and to release him. No. So my brother, I will allow you to continue.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. I think you have narrated everything. I don't know why anybody that don't come to this platform and you don't understand what we are doing here, you can never understand it anymore. If you join this platform and you don't get it, you could never get it. And our main reason of coming here is to speak to Biafran people. We are not here to attack anybody. We are only pushing your mind back. You know, for you to be able to get the reality of the situation, you must have to step back a little bit. Because some of us have a short memory. We don't have to forget this, and those memories of the past is only going to tell us about the present. If you don't look at your past, you cannot understand why things that are happening today are happening. That is why we are stepping back a little bit to bring back this story for you to understand and get it right. Because if we don't step back time and time again to start up the story from the beginning, you seem to lose it. Some people will just come and begin to tell the story from the beginning. Some will just come and tell it at the middle. Some will just come and begin to tell you what they saw. But those of us that have been following the event from the onset, at one point in time, we go back and tell you where we are coming from, and then you can understand better. That is why we are coming online on a daily basis. And why it is important that we talk about this man we are talking about today, the Ifeanyi Ejiofor, is because he has surfaced again. Our prime minister have nailed him completely. He nailed him, exposed him completely. And the Biafrans knew he is as a saboteur. We know him as the eye of the government. But you know, you can't shame the shameless, and they will continue to put up a fight. Just yesterday, they brought him on the session on news. And for you to know that everything that's happening is being sponsored by Nigerian government, for you to know, these people know very well what is happening in Biafra. They know that the only command that Biafran people obey today is the command coming from Biafra Republic of Indonesia through Mazi Simon Ekpa. There's no doubt about it. Their Senate president said it. Their Senate president confirmed it. That if Mazi Simon Ekpa gives order, that the governors obey, all the workers obey, everywhere is locked down. That how can you now be talking that way? That means Simon Ekpa is in charge in Biafra land. They know about it, they confirm it. But they continue to deny it and play their games. They play their games. And today, they will go and bring one of their stooge and tell him to come and speak to Biafran people. And he will come and speak. But they know in the truth part of it that we are not with them anymore. That the Biafra Republic government exile is in charge. And one thing again they do that marvels me is that every time when they want to bring a statement, when the government and their media, conventional media, want to bring a statement, they will tell you that a more powerful say, have they ever tried to find out who is the more powerful? They will tell you IPOB press release, IPOB spokesperson, a more powerful. Have they tried one day to bring the picture of this man they call a more powerful? Do they know him? What is his criteria? What is his qualifications? We are talking about a spokesperson for more than 70 million people, and you are an invisible man. An invisible man, you are under the computer and you are typing. A spokesperson. A spokesperson that is afraid to put his face on the line. A spokesperson you don't know. But anytime they want to talk, they will say, a more powerful said. Who is a more powerful? Who? Such person doesn't exist. As far as I'm concerned, Biafrans are concerned. Biafrans know that nobody like that exists. We were taking all those shit in the past when we are not in restoration. Now that we are in restoration, our prime minister has been able to dig deep, and we saw the person who is the more powerful. Somebody who is in one shop in Ghana selling phone pass that is not up to 100,000. Somebody that is selling not even new phone, or he's selling accessories or repair. We saw him in his shop that is not up to 100,000. That is the person you're making a spokesperson. Somebody like that is more powerful that we saw. If you give him 1 million naira, he will sell Biafra. That one is for sure. 1 million naira alone, he will sell Biafra. That is why you see them talking from both sides of their mouth. They gave them 40 million to stop sit at home, and they grabbed it. If you're more powerful from that 40 million, get 1 million naira, he is going to be very, very happy announcing all the nonsense he's announcing. But in this regime, they have known that the Biafran people have chosen their spokesperson that they know. They can see, they can talk to him, He has an address. Everybody know him. The spokesperson of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpa, Njoko. A man you can, if you go to Google now and Google his name, you will see his name there. If you go to Wikipedia and ask about Simon Ekpa Njoko, go to Wikipedia, the name will come out. He has an address. We know his qualification. We know what he has passed through. He is a lawyer, a politician. His credentials are there. He's not hiding. We can see him, we can call him, we can talk to him, we can argue with him, we can even say, shut up. And we know we're talking to a human being. But yet, they continue to project somebody who is typing on that keyboard, an invisible spokesperson, that will suit their own line of thought. That will show you that these people are demonic. And there is no need you need to listen. You don't have to listen to them. They are gone and gone for good. The new dimension that Mazi Nnamdi prophesied has come. And I'm very, very sure that Mazi Nnamdi, wherever he is at that time, you'll be happy that his assignment has been completed. From the moment he announced the new dimension, his assignment was completed and he did a handover. That was a total handover, but most of us did not know. If you see the way he introduced Mazi Simon Ekpa, some of them will say, he called the name of many people. He called the name of people, but go and check how he called them. Some people, he just called them to encourage their own area. Some was just a recommendation for their own area. But when it comes to Mazi Simon Ekpa, the way he mentioned him, it's very different from the way he called other people. They are different. When you see the introduction of Mazi Simon Ekpa, his own was an endorsement, our anointing, a handover. He said, this man, he is bringing a new dimension. Listen to him, follow him, share his videos, a direct instruction. And this was even why he was still with us. Even while he was still with us, he is telling you, follow this man. While he was still there, he is making a handover. He's telling you, follow him, listen to him. It was a handover. He completed the assignment. Immediately he saw that new dimension. Immediately he saw the new dimension. He completed the assignment. I said, follow him. But some people are still today doubting. Some of them will tell you that the zoo will write on their media. They will say there is a double command, the confusion command, or whatever the command. There is no double command in IPOB, and IPOB remains one. No double command. It is one command from Biafra government in exile through Mazi Simon Ekpa. The only command. There is no other command, and they know it very well. Look at the family of Mazi Nnamdi. Those ones are busy chasing shadow, chasing money. The family of Nnamdi, they wake up and told us that they have opened a new radio. That Mazi Nnamdi told them to open a new radio. Open a new radio. We thought they're going to open a radio to begin to preach the gospel to Biafra. They opened a new radio only to come and call for fundraising. Ask them what they're going to do with the fund they are raising. They open a new radio. In the new radio, instead of you to pursue the freedom of your own people, the same way your brother did, you are starting with a fundraising in your new radio. The next thing you are attacking, you join the enemy to attack that thing that will free your own brother. The same thing the Department of Sabotage are doing is what you are doing. The same thing you are doing. Everyone open radio, open radio. But you see, anointing, once you have the anointing on you, things will become easy. If you are anointed for something, things will be easy for you. Any place you are, anything you put your hand will succeed. Mazi Simon Ekpa, you see, Mazi Simon Ekpa got the favor he got through his platform online in YouTube. It wasn't a radio. It was through YouTube. Mazi Simon Ekpa won the heart of every Biafran. Even when they took away the YouTube from him, thinking that all is gone, Biafrans are looking for him any place he is. Today, he's in Enter Biafra. I think he's going to be coming live today. Our Prime Minister is going to be coming live today. He tweeted that he's going to be live today. And everybody will be stand still, waiting for him when he's going to be live. And to show you that he has the anointing. Today, if Mazi Simon Ekpa say, I'm going to come online, everybody carry it. Today, once Mazi Simon Ekpa make a tweet, all the newspaper in Biafra land will carry it. That is one of the things that Chukwu have done for us that I'm so happy about. Whenever he make a tweet, Vanguard will carry it. Other news media in Nigeria, they will carry it and they will show it. And when you see his tweet, Both international communities are following his tweet. Important personalities are following his tweet. And yet somebody be doubted. You have and when you have to say I'm asking you people, will you see where they are enthroning king and you go where they are? Will you ever do that? When you see something that is working and you are going where you're going to suffer and begin to live in a very dilapidated way. Mazi Simon Ekpa has the anointing and he has the command. The command has been transferred to him long ago, and he realized it, and he is using it effectively. He is using it sincerely and judiciously. That is why he's succeeding. That is why every pronunciation he makes stands. You see the other video that circulated, where somebody was lamenting and said that Master Simon Ekpa, that he's using extraordinary power. That the native doctor that he did medicine for him, that native doctor is too strong. It is not native doctor. It is Chukwu Okakabiama and the truth. The truth is Chukwu Okakabiama. Only truth can stand the test of time. If you watch that very audio, you will see, in as much as it is funny, but there are loaded information on that very video. They have tried. No matter what they do, you sit at home. Whether you complain, you hit your head on the wall, whether you employ a killer or whatever, you will sit at home. When they talk, at the end of the day, they will sit at home. They say even when you think you are getting him, he will dance it. And he will entertain with dancing. Everybody will be on fire. It is because he has the anointing. He realized the anointing. He realized, and we had a good asking Mazi Simon Ekpa knows who sent him. Anointed. Go ahead. That is why when he's doing something, he doesn't look back. And he doesn't fight carelessly. He doesn't say, okay, because I have the anointing, I will fight. No. That is why that you are gone. Now you are gone. If Mazi Simon Ekpa open mouth and say you are gone, you are finished. Just go and begin to look how you're going to do yourself. You're finished. And that is why he doesn't speak easily. Sometimes people say he's so slow. Why is he waiting? Why is he not? He has not acted. He has not taken action. Some people see it as if slow. He's not slow. He's taking his time. He doesn't fight a battle you lose. That is why even in everything he does, he will leave that olive branch. Every time, that very door is always open for people to repent and turn to good leaves. He will always keep that loophole for you to turn a good leaf. He doesn't block it completely. He will always leave that way. Look at these criminal politicians. Even when they are planning to take his life, even when the politicians are desperate to get his life, he gave them an open door again. He told them to come on our convention in Finland. Come to the convention by yourself. Meet me face to face and speak. You see, another open door. He always gives that opportunity for them. That is to show you that it is not about his own person. It is not about his own exaltation. It is about the Biafran people, 90 million people. And he doesn't just fight you because he wants to, not because he has the popularity, not because he has the power, but because it is the right thing to do, and he will do it. He will do it at the right time. How long shall we continue to listen to idiots? Every Biafran that is watching this program, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okakabiama, don't get distracted. Do not get distracted. Be focused. If you are not following Mazi Simon Ekpa on Twitter, please go and follow him on Twitter. He's going to come live today by special grace of God, unless something happens. He was supposed to come live yesterday. He postponed it to today. And today again, we believe that he's going to come live any moment from now. So any place you are, prepare yourself and get ready. We are going into Biafra. And the stage, as we progress, it gets tougher. It gets tougher. As you progress, it gets tougher. I don't come here to tell you that it's going to be easy. That is one thing I don't preach. I don't come here to tell you it's going to be easy. Mazi Nnamdi didn't tell us it's going to be easy. Our Prime Minister didn't tell us it's going to be easy. And freedom doesn't come cheap. It comes with sacrifice. That is why you must have to prepare at all time. Prepare at all time. Know that everything we have to do entails sacrifice, and we have to prepare for it. I pray that Chukwu Okakabiama will give us the grace to stand firm, stand strong, and never to fall. There is challenges coming. The challenges are coming on daily basis, coming from right, left, and center, from all angles. But in that challenging time, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. Always remember that. There is light at the end of the tunnel. I pray that you will give us the grace to overcome all the challenges and have our freedom very soon. Thank you, my beloved sister.
Thank you so much, my brother. We are at the end of this program. We have spent 1 hour here. I want to appreciate you, and I want to appreciate every Biafrans who joined this program. May God Almighty bless you. Let's continue to pray. If you have been praying for Mazi and Kanu once a day, I will beg you to pray 3 times a day. He definitely need our prayer. Nobody knows his whereabouts. Nobody knows his whereabouts, but I believe maybe wherever he is, God is with him. Let us keep on hoping that he's okay until when the final truth will be revealed. My brother, I don't know if you have anything to say, then we'll call it a day.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. There is nothing much to say anymore than to tell Biafrans that we should be focused. Do not be deceived, do not be distracted. Biafra is real. It is going to come. Whatever challenges you are facing today, it wants it. It's all for us to make a sacrifice. We have to be ready for it. And we have to continue to pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every one of us. This is a man who has been praying for us 7 times every day. This is the time he needs our prayer. None of us can tell his true situation now. Our Prime Minister has given us the hint. It is critical. Anything can happen. Any news can come. Any news can go. Anything is possible as we speak now. Anything is possible. So we have to be in prayer. Pray and watch. And pray that whatever happens, let it be to the glory of Chukwu and let it be to our favor. Follow the broadcast that is coming. Share this very broadcast if you have not shared, please share. It is part of the evangelism. Pick up a responsibility. If it is sharing video, let that one be your own responsibility. Make sure that when you come to a platform as such as this, where the good gospel is preached, make sure you share to at least one person, at least one platform. The social media is not helping us. They are trying to compress us and make sure that we don't reach out. It is your own work that will make us to reach to people. If you don't share, it is going to be difficult for us to reach to people that we're supposed to reach. That is why we tell you to share. When you are sharing, you are doing it for yourself, not only for us. I pray that people come and give us the grace to go on. Thank you so much, my beloved.
And Dix is Sam. I'm sorry that you are calling now. The program have ended. We have spent 1 hour. My baby needs my attention. I need to go and attend to him. So maybe next time you call. I'm so sorry you came late. We have spent 1 hour here. Maybe next time you can come. Maybe by the grace of God on Thursday we'll be live again. You can come early to contribute. Sorry about this. I don't have a minute to spare. My brother, thank you, and I want to appreciate everybody for coming. Dixon, I hope you are not okay. Thank you so much, my brother Chooks. May God bless you, and I hope to see you here again next time. And God bless everybody that joined this program. Thank you so much.